Mm. Oh, I'm recording. Okay. Yeah. Yuri Metal was a character that I played in a tournament. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm talking about HeroClix. Okay? And they had this tournament at this place, and somebody played Yuri Metal. I hate Yuri Metal. I think he kind of ruins the game. Now, I was actually doing damage to him. I didn't even know. But I guess the guy was so fixated on the wording, in which case it's partially my fault too, because as soon as we started the game, I didn't even know how to use the Phoenix Force. I was just convinced, and I wasted like a good chunk of the time when I was playing this other person. That person won because he killed my Sasquatch. I killed one of his 70-point characters, but he killed my 99-point Sasquatch, so, you know, he won that round. And it was a good team. I didn't know any of the characters, so it was a major disadvantage. Well, maybe not. No, I guess, you know, it depends on. Yeah, no character. Anyways, where was I going with this? Okay, first team was reasonable. It was strategy, it was planning, it was everything good. It was a 400-point game. Second team, I didn't like. The guy was playing Yuri Metal. I didn't think it was the best made team, but in his defense, he won. He kicked everybody else's butt. He's a good player. I've seen him play a lot, so he's not like no noob. He knows his stuff, and he's always like usually doing a really good job. But Yuri Metal, I think, is just such an uber character. It's annoying. It's a very specific character. If you stack a certain way of your team, there's no way you can defeat him. You just have to hope that you land a hit, and I think that's horrible. I mean, it takes strategy out of the game. It takes probability out of the game. You should be able to still kind of pull something together if you choose a certain way of playing over another way of playing. So I think that's kind of jacked up. I was almost debating on quitting HeroClix because it was just really angering. Not the guy. He didn't anger me. It's that piece. So I'm gonna make some adjustments to my team. I was doing damage to him. I didn't even know because Longshot here, which was on my team that day, every hit is a crit hit. So if every hit is a crit hit, that's +1 unavoidable damage. So even though you roll for the 3 on Yuri Metal, if he rolls the dice and it's not the same number, he still gets 1 damage because he's unavoidable. Yuri Metal's ability does not negate unavoidable damage. Unavoidable damage is like unavoidable. Same thing with Mystics. I had a Scarlet Witch on me. I should have sent Scarlet Witch to fight him as well, but I didn't. I should have probably first tacked Thorn Split Lip. That was his other build. He had the book of whatever I'm gonna call it, scroll. Gosh, I could have even probably defeated him with the team that I had. I just went the wrong way. Should have went right, not left. Anywho, Longshot was doing damage. It's unavoidable. 1 click, unavoidable. Can't be ignored. So, with that being said, I will always remember that, and Longshot will probably be on my team a lot because of that. He also starts out with prop and 11 attack right off the bat, 75 points, not too bad. Forge can negate his defenses. Now I kind of disagree with that because it says cannot be ignored and cannot be whatchamacallit, can't be ignored and can't be whatever the heck. This one says that character cannot use that ability. Yeah, sure, fine. Some guy on YouTube said it was okay, and you know, if the rule book checks out, I don't know. Fine. I'll put him on the team to take care of him just in case. I'll have him aside something. Hope Summers. I was thinking I could copy Yuri Metal's ability so that way she can tank Yuri Metal, so I'll have a 75-point taken against a 158 points, so effectively disabling a good chunk of his points, right? Not to mention, she's awesome. No matter what team you build, I mean, 1 hit unavoidable, and then 1 hit unavoidable, or probability, I think that's what you can do, right? Um, Telekinesis and whatever, like whatever you put in your group, she's a blender. Not really good for damage. She's kind of, I say, more of a support. She's got perplex, so she could perplex their damage. I mean, she could take up Blade's Fang's claws, temporarily become a damager, but her defenses are so low I wouldn't really recommend it. The Hope Summers, this might be the X-Men team I try. I don't know. Like, me giving away my team I'm going to play, probably not the best thing to do, but that's cool. I mean, I just make some minor adjustments. The X-Men versus Avengers, just in case I see Yuri Metal, because even though Yuri Metal's not an X-Men, one place I play at plays by the book, like hardcore, gotta have at least one from the starter. And the other place, well, you just had to have one from the starter and whatever the heck. It doesn't have to be X-Men, whatever. It could be DC. My minutes are getting kind of long, so the other way I was thinking about defeating Yuri Metal was Leech. Capture ability. Duh, why did I think about playing this guy? I've always wanted to play this guy, and I've never played him because, you know, I always think that he's not going to be a good character to play. It's kind of hard coming up with a team with him, though, because I was thinking, like, these two Hydras, they can carry, right? And if it's within 2 squares of a character, the character's locked, so the character can't move, but they can move because they're not locked. So you move them up. Too bad Rescue can't, she has the carry ability, but I don't think she can carry characters that are larger than her. These guys are larger, which is why I wanted to use them in the first place, because they can carry Leech to the battlefield. Now, you can't be given an action, but Leech doesn't have Indom, so I don't want to move him until I get him right up on the enemy, or on the other guy that we were playing. He can do a ranged combat attack with his Leech. No, his capture. Leech, not Leech. It's Leash. Leash, not Leech. Leech. Leash. So I was thinking about having these two, like, 2 squares away, not considered adjacent, and then capture. If he's a wild card, he can copy the Hydra ability. Hydra ability, if you're within line of sight. I was thinking, I'm not sure about 2 square adjacent and line of sight. I was wondering about that. Like, is it still workable? Rescue, sure, she's pretty awesome at her first click, but I was going to play her at her 35 point value for 2 reasons. I want to fit 2 of them, and I want to have, like, telekinesis, because I want to, like, telekinesis Dreadnought, telekinesis Leech. No, wait. Yeah, telekinesis Leech, because then Leech can move. And then carry, rescue back. One of the other brother rescues. Oh gosh. I guess I ended all the way through, because then he's not there. I was hoping to have them both, all 3. Anywho, hopefully, ideally, at least 1 or 2 will be adjacent next to Leash, because Leash loses 2 to his capture ability if he's trying to do it as a range attack. Plus 2 if he successfully tries to capture the character that he targeted. And then these dreadnoughts would be, like, you know, reducing their defenses, because it's a range combat attack Leech. So if it's the right one, it evens out. The right one that I picked with Leech, it evens out. 2 dreadnoughts, reduce it even lower. 2. He captures Dreadnought, doesn't have to break away, picks his ass up, runs him back whatever amount of squares. He's still locked with the 2nd Dreadnought. Hopefully I moved, like, where he's, like, behind, so lines of fire are not you know, there. Hopefully the character doesn't have, like, some colossal shooter, sharpshooter, thingy majigger, whatever, shoot through characters, elevation type stuff. And then I can use the other rescue to gosh, really, I didn't even have to. I could have just left the dreadnought there, TK'd him out with one rescue, and TK'd him farther with the other rescue, or carry, whichever. So I guess I can put her even farther back. His carry is what? So it'd be 6. move him back to her, then she can pick him up and carry him, and then this one could TK him even farther. And just sort of a fun little team, but the problem with the team is, of course, tankage. There is none. Point value is like low, I think. Let me see, 70, 200, 70, minus 4, so that would be 266. Alright, later.